Okay, I got this call today when I was having my lunch, and it was a fellow with a broken accent. And what he told me was that I had won a free psychic reading. Wonderful, I thought. My day, my lucky day. According to him, it was my lucky day. And he says, "You need to grab a pen and paper. I have to give you a number to call." Okay. The first time he phoned, I kind of just blew it off, right? He's giving me his phone number, and I'm, yeah, whatever, whatever. And then he asked me to read the number back. So I hung up on him. About a minute later, the phone rings again. It's the same man. And he gives me the whole spiel again, tells me I need to write down this number. So this time I write down the number, and he reads it out like 190052444848. That's how he read it, 2 digits at a time. So he asked me to read the number back, so I read him the number back. He then tells me that they are reserving time for me to call right now, and that I need to call. And he hangs up. So of course I'm not going to phone this number because it's a 900 number, and it would likely result in hundreds of dollars of charges if I were to phone that number. So I go back to eating my lunch. A few minutes later, I get a call from this woman, and she's apparently I guess his partner in crime, and she's asking why I didn't phone. And I said, because I'm not stupid. If I phone that number, you guys are going to charge me hundreds of dollars, or the phone company is going to charge me hundreds of dollars, because that's the way 900 numbers work. You pay per use. So no, I'm not going to phone your number. And she got quite irate on the phone. And I said, listen, I said, do you think I'm stupid? Maybe you can sucker some people into this, but I'm not going to phone your number. So fuck off. And I hung up. And I got to thinking, it wasn't long ago, within the last couple weeks, I heard on the news that some people have been scammed by scams just like this. You've won a free trip. You just have to call this number to make your claim. And people phone the 900 number that they're given, and they receive huge phone bills. There was somebody on the news that they were disguising their voice and blocking out their face because they didn't want to be identified. But they made a phone call back to one of these numbers, and their phone bill was about $2,500. They were kept on the phone for about 10 minutes, and they were being charged hundreds of dollars a minute. So if you get one of these phone calls where they're trying to entice you to phone a number because you've won a prize or any of these things, I mean, the scammers get quite creative. They'll phone up and say that, they'll pose as a relative or a friend and say that they're in trouble and they need you to call and so forth, just to get you to phone a number. And you dial a number, and as soon as you dial that number, you're on the hook for whatever charges the phone company in this foreign country is going to charge you. So, word of advice: get these calls, hang up on them. I tried that today. I hung up on him, and the son of a bitch actually called me back a second time. And so then when I didn't follow his directions, they called me back a third time. And I think it even came up on my. Let me look on my call display here and see what callers. I just want to see what number came up on this thing, because a number did call up. Oh yes, see, and I'm just looking at it here, and looks like the times that they called me shows up here as. So what came up on my call display was area code 250, which is actually Vancouver Island or the interior of BC. 250-283-5632 came up twice. And the third call that came back from an unknown, but it came back from area code 250-758-1006. Those were the numbers that came up on my display. Now, that doesn't mean that those numbers are real, because we all know that the scammers will spoof a number. I've had times where someone spoofed my own number, and my own home phone number will come up on my home phone. So we know that the numbers that come up on, whoops, bang the phone there. We know the numbers that come up on call display can be bogus. They can be spoofed very easy. A 12-year-old on the internet can figure that one out. But they're out there. So you know what? You get these type of calls, just hang up on them, and be like me. Tell them to F off. Thanks for watching.